In this video, I'm doing a commentary on a match between Arda Findikoglu and Nick Blasier from the Club World Championship, from the WBF Club World Championship at the Chicago Open. This is a team event where 3 players from each team play the other players from the other team, and Arda is playing Nick. You can see the other players on the team at the lower right. Arda likely needs no introduction. He's world famous tournament director from the Merit Open and a variety of other events. People know him, people love his tournaments, great ambassador to the game. And Nick Blasier, I'm familiar with, a lot of people are familiar with. He has his own YouTube channel with lots of position analyses, interviews, all sorts of stuff. And he's written a book called Adjusting to Match Play. Actually, I have a copy of it here. Fantastic book about playing in a match. So I definitely recommend it. This should be a good match. Arda's playing the black checkers on the top and Nick the yellow at the bottom. Beautiful FM Gammon custom board for the Chicago Open. The Chicago Open is run by my friend Rory Pascar. He also runs a lot of tournaments. A lot of people know him. And here we go. This is game 1 of a 9-point match, 9 away, 9 away. Nick is on roll, yellow. He rolls a 2-1 after a little bit of development. You can see the player cam on the right side. They're both standing up. I believe they have back problems. Now Nick moves up 2-1, both back checkers. Arda has a 6-3 to play, covers his 8-point with the 3, comes out with the 6. They're both outstanding players as well. 6-5. So he can hit twice. He can come out to the 11-point. Looks like he is going to hit twice. He has 11 checkers in the zone, 2-point board, 2 checkers on the bar, strong position. Now Arda dances. He double? No, not yet. He still has 2 checkers back. He covers with the 4. Yeah, he didn't have quite a double yet. He still has a little work to do with 2 checkers behind a 4 prime. Now Arda comes in with a 2-1. Nick is looking again. He rolls 6-2. He brings one out and advances the other back checker. Now 6-4 for Arda. Comes in with a 4 and comes down 13-7 with the 6. Now Nick is looking at the position. Does have a heavy stack on his 8-point. 5-4. He can hit an unstack and then make his 16-point with the 5. Arda rolls double 2 to dance. Now Nick rolls 5-2, covers with the 2. And he wants to safety that checker from his 13-point, but he doesn't want to create a bigger stack on the 8-point, which makes his position very inflexible. But he has to do it now. Double 2. He dances again. 4-1. He plays 8-4. Likely 8-7. That gives him 4-3, 6-1. And 6-3, 6 numbers to come in and hit. 3-2 is also good. 3-2, he rolls it. He anchors. (3-2). Nick wants to safety that checker on his 7-point, on his bar point. Doesn't want to go all the way to his 4-point. Does want to go there. And then the other one, he plays 8-5. 4-3. He's going to make his 4-point. Now he has a 3-point board, double 2. That part's easy. And then the other 2s, 2 2s, he's going to have to play there. to his board. He'd like to keep that point as a landing spot, but he would have to give something up. With a 3-1, he's just going to come 13-9, bring another checker, slot the back of the prime. And now, wow, that's a big market loser for Nick. He was up about 20 or 30 pips before that. Now 4-3. He's going to try to save the gammon. 6-2 bears off 2 checkers. Now Nick's going for the gammon. Double 3 for Arda. 2, 3. And then he's going to slot his 3-point. 6-5 bears off 2 checkers. Now he's even odd on the top, even on the highest point, odd on the second highest point, meaning large doubles will leave a shot for Nick. Double 1. You can take off 2 checkers, bear off aggressively. What you want to do here is see how easy is it going to be for you to bear off all the checkers before black saves the gammon. So he's bearing off aggressively. 6-1. Comes out with the 6 and brings a checker in with the 1. 4-2. He's going to bear off 2 checkers. Now he has 5 checkers remaining to bear off to win the gammon. Arda's going to get the crossover from 16 to 11. And now 3-1. He's going to have to play 5-2 or 5-1, 5-2, and then 2-1. Now Arda rolls a 6-4. He's going to come in 11-5 and slot his 2-point. That unstacks his heavy 6-point. Four, 3. He's going to either clear his 5-point or play aggressive by bearing off a checker and playing 4-3. It's actually nice because it makes a 3-point board. Now Arda rolls a 5-3 and makes his 2-point and plays 6-3. Double 4, great roll for Nick. Clears. Nick's going to be off in 3 rolls. Bad roll for Arda, 3-1. He gets a crossover. Double 5 for Nick. Now he's going to need double 4 or better to save the gammon. And he rolls double 5. That saves the gammon. So Nick goes up 1-0 in a match to 9. 8 away, 9 away. This video is being produced with permission of Bill Riles and Ace Point Backgammon. He has a fantastic site, a fantastic YouTube channel. He also has an online store where he sells equipment. Definitely recommend watching his videos. We're trying to add by adding commentary to the videos. So Nick opens with a 4-1, Arda with a 4-1 in reply, and that's the correct play. Hit 2 checkers. And Nick comes in with a 4-2. Now 2-1 for Arda. He splits his back checkers with a 1 and comes down 13-11. 6-2. Now Nick can make his bar point. You saw the 7s were duplicated, all the 7s to hit, and 6-1 makes the bar point. 4-3 would have made the 5-point, and 5-2 would have made the 4-point. Now 3-1 for Arda. He makes his 5-point. 5-2. Now he can hit, and he does. 4-1. Comes in with a 4 and makes his 23-point anchor. Nick does have 10 checkers in the zone. 6-3. Maybe bring one down from his 13 to a 7 and then 14 to 11. That's what he does. Now Arda rolls a 5-4. 2 down. Now Nick rolls a 6-4. Not a good roll for him. Can't move his back checker. You can play all the way behind. Maintains the structure. Another 5-4 for Arda. This time he's able to make his 4-point. Double 3. Now he's looking to pick and pass, and then with the final 2 threes, so he's able to make his ace point with a 2-point board, putting 1 on the bar. And now he'd like to make the best point, which is the 5-point, but that would leave a blot on the 8-point and a heavy 6-point. Making the 3 leaves his structure intact and unstacks the 6-point. So he's looking at his options. He could just come down 13-10, make the 10-point and make the 3-point. That'll block 6s from both back checkers. He's thinking about this one. He does decide to make the 3-point. Now Arda rolls a 3-1. He dances. Now Nick rolls 5-2. That's a good roll. He's able to escape. Now Arda is entering and hitting 4s are duplicated. 4-1. You see he's forced to come in with the 4, so he cannot hit. Now Nick's looking. He doubles, and Arda takes 6-1. So plays to his 10-point, and he can hit, but gives Arda a lot of shots. Maybe he just plays 13-9. I mean, 10-9. No, he decides to hit 6-5. Now Arda can come in and hit with a 5. He does not. He rolls a 4-2 instead. Comes in with the 4 and anchors up with the 2. 5-4 for Nick. It looks good because he can cover with the 5 from 10-5, but then he doesn't have a productive 4. (13-9). So that leaves 5s and 1s. The 5 is duplicated to cover his ace point. Does not get it. Rolls a double 6. He's looking at making his 2-point and his ace point. So that's a strong 5-point board, but Nick does have some shots. 6-2. He can hit, but maybe he doesn't need to. He's just ahead in the race. 4-3. Slots his 3-point. He's going to play 13-9. 3-2. Nick would like to make his 2-point on ahead to get rid of that contact with Arda's checker on his 23-point. Cannot here. Now 5-2. He's considering escaping his back checker. Arda is well behind in the race, but if he plays on his side, he'll have to play to his 4-point and maybe shift 5-3. Or he's looking at possibly lifting, looking at shifting. Okay, so he shifts. 3-1. He can pick and pass, hitting with 5-2, or he's looking at coming in and hitting, or he can clear his 8-point, or he comes in and hits loose, playing aggressive. Now 3-2. Arda comes in and hits, and he lifts his blot. Now Nick's looking for a 5 to come in. He doesn't get it. He rolls a double 3, dances. Now Arda wants to escape his back checkers. 5-2, that's a great roll. He's able to escape his back checkers and maintain his anchor. Nick wants a 5. He dances with a 6-3. 3-1 for Arda. Just brings his checker to his 13-point and down to his 12-point. Nick rolls a 5-2 from the bar, comes in with a 5, and he doesn't want to leave a direct shot, so he's going to play behind the anchor with 5-3, 6-3, so he can come and make his 12-point. That does give Nick a lot of numbers to either point on head or try to safety that back checker. 6-3. He's able to do that, but is he behind in the race now? Might be behind too far. I believe he's up 80-83 after the roll. So he's just going to run. Now Arda's back in it if he rolls a good racing number. 3-2, that's not. He brings that one. He could bring, yeah, he can do that. That gives him 2 numbers to make his, or 2 checkers to make his 5-point. 6-1. Nick comes in and shifts. 5-1. He's just going to escape. And I think if he goes to the 15, that makes his double 5s play well. 6-5 for Nick. He's going to bring 2 to this 2-point. Now it's a race. He's going to come into to his 6-point. He does have a gap on his 5-point. Nick has a gap on his 4-point. He might just fill that in with a 3-1. 3-1. Being on the bar point is not a good place when you're trying to bear in. It's an inefficient place because 6s would go deep. But with only 1 checker back, you can bear in with a smaller number and bear off with a 6. 4-3 comes to the 8-point, bears off a checker. 5-4. You're going to want to come in with the 5, bear off with the 4, so he doesn't leave a gap on his 5-point. And 2-1. Not a good roll for Nick, but he takes off 2 checkers. 2-1 for Arda. 3-2 for Nick. Double 2 for Arda. Good roll. Takes off 3 checkers. 5-3 bears off a checker and plays 6-3. Now Arda rolls a 4-3, bears off 2 checkers. 6-3 bears off 2 checkers. 6-2 plays 6 off, 6-4. 5-4 for Nick, bears off 2 checkers. Now Arda has 6 checkers. Nick has 5. Comes off with the 3 and just shifts. Now both players have 5 checkers. 3-1, not a good roll. Bears off with the ace. Anytime you can bear off with a 5, 1, or a 6 with a single die, you should do that. So he does that, probably 6-3. You don't want a gap on the 5-point because then the 5s will have to be played 6-1. Arda's shaking his dice. He rolls a 6-2, bears off 2 checkers. Now Nick's going to need something good. 2-1, not a good roll. Now Arda can redouble him out, and he does. Arda's going to likely be off in 2. Nick gives it up, passes to go down 2-1. So Arda's ahead. 7 away, 8 away. Still a long way to go. You can see the scores from the other team members on the lower right. Nick's playing with Simon Barget and Keen Marin. And Arda is playing with, I believe it's Bernard Meyer and G. Meyer. Arda opens with a 5-3, making his 3-point. Nick splits with a 6-3, and now 4-1 for Arda. He hits and splits. Arda enjoys a 2-1 board advantage. 6-3, he dances. Quick double. So, only 8 in the zone, but Black has a 2-point board versus a 1-point board. He has spares on his 6, 7, and 8, and he's shooting at a 5 shot. Doesn't get it. He rolls a 4-3. Makes his 4-point. And now 3-2. Comes in with the 2, and he's able to make his 10-point. I don't think he wants to hit and start a hitting exchange when he's outboarded 3-1 without an anchor. And that's what he does. 5-3. Comes all the way. Six, 5. He can make his 18-point. Great roll for Nick. Now that's going to cause Arda a lot of trouble coming back through his outfield. 5-4. Anchors with a 4 and plays down, unstacking his midpoint. He does live an 8 shot, which Nick rolls, but he's not going to take the bait. He's not going to want to start a hitting exchange. He just unstacks his 6-point. Good play. So now with the 5, he's able to make his 8-point and unstack his 6-point with 6-5. 6-5, he's able to make 2 interboard points. He makes the rack. That's a term coined by Bill Roberti, where you have your 4, 5, and 6 points. Now 6-1 for Arda. He'd like to move off his midpoint, but it's blocked. So plays off his 8-point, makes his 5-point. Now 3-1. Now he can hit. He has a 3-point board. Arda has a 4-point board, which is stronger, but at least it's not 3-1. It's only 4-3. So if he does hit, he's going to have to see how he's going to play his 3. He could hit and continue, hit and move the other checker up, hit and play 8-5. Or he cannot hit and slot his 3-point and play 8-7. If he does hit and continue, that gives Arda 5s, 2s, and 6s to hit back. If he hits and advances the other checker, that gives him 3s, 5s, and 6s. Thinking about this one. And he does advance. Arda does have a blot in his own board. 6-1. Comes in with the 1, hits with the 6. He's hoping Nick will dance. And he does. Nick rolls a 5-4. Now Arda wants to cover. He cannot, but he can hit with the 2. And he makes his bar point. forming a solid 5 prime. Nick dances with a 6-5, and Arda 3-2. Great roll. He covers 5-point board, 5 prime. Nick dances with a double 2. Arda's trying to close him out and play on for the gammon. 4-2. Makes his bar point. Advances his back checker. Might have been able to split to give him a little more flexibility, but he can play a 4 double 4 is okay. Comes in with the 4, and there you go. 7-6. Double 1. He was trying to provide another covering number, but now comes in with both checkers, hits. That was a joker, and makes his bar point. Now Nick has a 4 prime himself. Arda comes in with a 4-1. Now he's in trouble if he doesn't do something soon. 6-4. He can make his 2-point. In a prime versus prime position, you really want to make your points in order if possible. And now he brings both checkers in. Now Arda is smiling. Nick is looking to redouble. Double 6. Wow, great roll. Brings out both checkers. He's looking to bring 2 down to the 12 point, but he could keep 1 on the 18 point, 1 on the 13 point, and bring a builder onto the 7 point. Gives him better outfield coverage. Notice that he's not even considering pointing on ahead. He doesn't want to give Arda the chance to come out with a 3, 4, 5, or 6. He just wants to keep his prime there. Hope everyone's enjoying this commentary, and others, if you have other videos you'd like me to do commentary on, please put them in the comments. And he does that. Now 4-2, he's able to advance, so you can see daylight. He can come out with 5s and 6s next. 4-2. Think he's got a hit. And pass, I don't know. I would have probably just left it there, but I would have gotten hit. Comes in with a 4-3. And 4-2. You can do the same thing. Now Arda's coming in against the 5-point board. He comes in with the 5-3. Comes in with the 3 and stays out of trouble. Nick's looking at redoubling. Arda's smiling. That means he doesn't want to be redoubled. Arda's originally from Turkey, and Nick, I believe he lives in Wisconsin. 4-1, he hits 7-3, and he's going to lift. Doesn't want to get hit back. 4-3, comes in, and he's going to shift. Arda's still ahead in the race. 9-4, 3-2. Arda will be up 18 pips after the play, assuming Nick doesn't hit. 3-2, maybe he can make his 10-point to block the 7s, although that does leave him 10s, which is 6-4 and double 5. (3-1). He's going to clear his 6-point, maybe not. That's a good idea. decreases the risk of leaving future shots. 6-5. He's going to bring in 2 builders. What's plan B? 5. There you go. Now Arda's looking to escape. 3-1. They are playing with the baffle box, which just moves things along so much faster. Fewer cocked dice. Clears another point with a 3-1. Now Nick is looking to possibly redouble, still behind in the race, but he has a strong position. He can hit. He has a 5-point board. Arda has a 4-point board. Double 2. So he hits. And probably come to his 9-point to give himself covering 6s. And he may be ahead enough, or it might be a close enough race where he might want to lift. If he lifts and Arda dances, may consider redouble. Oh, so he just plays for outfield coverage. Comes in with a 3-2, hits, sends a checker back. Nick dances. Now Arda is looking to come out. He cannot come out, but he maintains his 4-point board by playing 2 to the ace point. And Nick, 6-5. They'll probably come in with the 5 and play 12 to 6. Don't know that he wants to come all the way out. That will give Arda 9s, 10s, and 11s, but double 3 doesn't work. 5-1. But if he rolls a number like that, come on in, the water's warm. Now Nick has a triple shot. What doesn't hit? 2-1. And he doubles. Wow, he takes 6-2. Hits. And he'll probably come in. Double 5, he says double 5 would have played good the other way if he had not been hit. Doesn't matter. Five one. Arda's still ahead in the race, but he dances with a 5-4. 6-3, he's able to come in. Now 4-3, comes in and out. 6-5, Nick bears off 2 checkers. 6-2, plays 18 to 10. Double 4 for Nick, great roll. Bears off 4 checkers. 4-3, comes in with the 4, bears off a checker with the 3. 4-3, cannot bear off a checker. He plays 6-3 and 6-2. 5-2, cannot play the 5. He cannot bear off a checker with the 5. So he plays 6-1. Double 5, 1, 2. All right, Nick goes to 5. So now he's 4 away. That's a very valuable score. because you can win the match with perfect efficiency with a double gammon, or get to 2 away, another valuable score. In his book, Nick talks a lot about playing at different scores, cube action for the same position at different scores, in particular towards the end of the match. Scores like 4 away, 3 away, 4 away, 2 away, 3 away, 2 away, 3 away, 3 away. How you have to adjust between those scores versus a money game or other scores. 3-1 for Nick makes his 5 point. 6-1 for Arda makes his bar point. And now 4-3. Can play 2 up. 6-3. That's called the awkward 6-1 formation. Plays 13-7 and splits his back checkers. 5-2. So he's gonna hit and unstack his midpoint with 13-8. Double 1. Good roll. Comes in with 1. Makes his 5 point. I think he should make his 5 point and split the back checkers. Looking at possibly hitting twice. I don't think I would have done that. Double 6. Nick dances. It worked out for him. 3-1. So he makes his 4 point, advances one of his back checkers. Now 6-1. Nick comes in with 1 checker. 6-1 for Arda. Hits and brings another builder into the zone to attack. 4-2. Comes in with 1. 5-3. Makes another point. 5-4. Good roll for Nick. Comes in with the 5 and anchors with the 4. Arda may have had a cube somewhere there. 4-2. He wants the safety, that one. And he hits behind the anchor. That's not always a great place to hit, but sometimes you don't really have a good alternative. Nick comes in with a 5-3, comes in bar 20 and plays 8-5. Now 4-2. He's going to cover, make his 4 point board, advance his back checker. 2-1. Great roll for Nick. Points on head, makes the rack. Double 5. Dances. 6-4. He can hit. Nice use of that heavy midpoint. Arda comes in with a 4-1. Nick's thinking about doubling, not quite yet. 5-3. Covers and 13-10. Brings another builder down. He's going to want to try to make his bar point. 6-2. Great roll for Arda. Comes in and hits. Now Nick dances. 5-4. Can't hit. Plays to the 9 point. 4-1. Comes in with a 1. Don't think he needs that goalkeeper. Maybe he should just advance to the 20 point. Some people leave that goalkeeper just because they're down in the race. However, yellow is down in the race, but there is still a lot of contact. Arda has 1 checker back, and Nick's going to want to try to contain that checker. Bringing that checker up to the 20 point will allow him to escape with that to the midpoint or beyond to provide some outfield coverage to try to contain the back checker. Now double 2 for Arda. Brings 1. Blocks his 6s. Maybe not. 2-3 shifts and plays 6-4. Now Nick rolls a 5-4. Probably play to his 11 point. Some outfield coverage. Arda wants a 6. He doesn't get it. He rolls a 4-2, plays 7-1. Now 5-1 for Nick. I think he's just going to have to play one of the checkers from his outfield, like that one, and keeps the other one back. Now 6-1. Pops out with a 6. 4-point board against a 4-point board. Now Nick has 5s, 3s, and 12s, double 6s, but double 4s does not hit. He does hit with a 5-1. So that's the 5 and maybe 11 to 10. Fewer numbers to hit. 5-2. And Arda just comes out. Great roll for Nick. He's able to point on head, make a solid 5 prime. Now you can double or possibly go for a gammon to try to get two away. But passes. Arda passes. So now it's 6-2 in favor of Nick. 3 away, 7 away. Nick's in a good position. 2-1. He slots. These are the magic dice that are used by Bill Riles. So you don't get a glare and they're nice and easy to see on the stream. 3-1 makes his 10-point. Nick got a good early double 6, making both bar points. Now he has a 6-1. 6, and is he going to unstack playing 6-5? That's rather thematic to do that. No, he plays 8-7. 6-2. Now Art is able to make his 5-point. He's looking to run. He's well behind in the race because of that early double 6 by Nick. Worked out. Now 6-1 for Nick. He hits. And plays 7-6. Big stack on a 6-point. 5-1. Comes in with a 1, and he's able to cover with the 5. 6-3. Comes in and probably all the way out. Nick has that awkward 6-1 formation coined by Bill Roberti, where you have a big stack on your 6-point and strip 7 and 8 points. Makes it very inflexible. Arda rolls a 5-2 and hits. 3-2. This is what happens when you have the 6-1 formation. All those points are stripped, except for a 6-point, which has a huge stack. That's called a brittle structure. Can't really do much. So he's going to have to think of whether he wants to come in with a 2 or whether he wants to come in with a 3. If he comes in with 2, he's able to stay back. But he wants to come in with a 3 and hit. Now Arda has a lot of return shots from the bar, and he doubles. Nick takes 6-2. So 2, he comes in, and 6, he hits 13-7. Nick's going to need something good. 5-4 is reasonable, makes a 16-point. At least that's an outfield anchor. However, Arda can still hit. 6-1. Slots his 4-point, makes a bar point. 3-1 for Nick. He hits. And with the 3, this is what happens when all your points are stripped. He's going to want to maintain that connectivity. 4-2 comes in with the 4, and he's going to hit loose. Gets that checker off the edge of the prime. Double 6, Nick dances. Now, Arda has a lot of good rolls. Double 2 is good. Covers and advances all the back checkers. Now he's shooting at the block with 5s and 6s and 1s. Nick rolls a 6-2. He's forced to come in with the 2, and he'll play 13-7 with the 6. Now Arda has 6s and 5s to hit. He rolls a 4-1, which hits. Sends another checker back. 6-3, great roll for Nick, because he comes in with a 3 and he can pop out, leaping the prime. Double 4, not so good. And play 15-3, 8-3. So that's 2 of them. And then go to a 7-point. Now Nick's looking for a 5. He rolls a 4-1, not the 5 he wanted. Now Arda rolls a 4-3. Not a good roll for him. Can't move his back checkers. Doesn't want to break his midpoint. But he does. Now Nick has 5s and 4s. 5-1. It's a good roll. 5, and if he plays 11-10, that duplicates the hitting 6s. But he doesn't want to give him another shot. Just brings another checker to his 6-point, making it more inflexible. And Arda comes in with a 2-1, coming in with a 2 and hitting loose, 8-7. And Nick dances. Now Arda 2-1. 1. I would consider splitting from the 21-point. He brings another checker. That's going to make his double 4s really bad if he rolls that. 3-2. He's going to play 13-8. 5-3. Nick dances. Now Arda's trying to escape. He cannot. Would have been able to had he had a checker on his 20-point. So he plays 8-4, 6-3. Double 2 for Nick. So 1. You're going to play 11-7 and split from his 16. Doesn't really want to do that either. Or he can play 2 to the 14 and slot his 9-point. That duplicates the 5s to hit on both sides. Hoping that Arda does not roll a 5 or 2 or 1 on the other side, so he can try to make a 5' of his own. He just plays to his 5-point, duplicating the aces. So 3-1, he hits there, and with the 3, yep, slots his ace point. Good play by Arda. Nick dances with a 4-3. Now Arda double 2. Not good. He makes his ace point, shifts, and plays 7-5. Now Nick has 2 on the bar. He dances with a 5-3. 6-1. There you go. 5-4 comes in with 1 checker. 4-2, he cannot hit. Maybe just 20-16 and 15-13. That duplicates the entering and hitting 4s. 3-1. That's what Arda wants. 5-2, he does not get it. Could play 13-6, giving another builder. Going for the jugular, he does not. He chooses to play safe. 6-4. Nick comes in with the 4. The 6. I think I would have played 13-6 there. Double 5. 1, 2. He's going to bring 2 down. Now, even if Nick hits with a 3, he's going to have to cover. Otherwise, he's in trouble. He does. But if he hits and covers his 2-point, Arda's going to have a lot of return shots from the bar with a strong 5-point board against the 2-point board. He's looking. He doesn't want to get into a hitting exchange. He can get blitzed out. Gammon would be valuable for Arda at 7 away. It'll get to a 3 away, 3 away. That's big. Double gammons in matches, like 7-point matches, 9-point matches. They're very good as compared to a money game. I do have the board as my background on the video feed. You can get that from Aurel. So he just plays safe, trying to save the gammon. Arda clears this 8-point. 6-4. 6 and 4. Another crossover. Double 4. Clears his 7-point and plays 1 off his 6 and 1 off his 5. Double 4 for Nick. There you go, 21-5. That's 16 pips. 21 minus 16 is 5. Now 5-1. Covers and comes in. Or unstacks. 5-1 bears off 2 checkers. 5-4. Comes in. 5-4. Bears off 1 checker. Nick's a good favorite to save this gammon. Comes out and then comes in perfectly. Arda will need 3 doubles and small rolls by Nick. And he's already reaching for that checker. So Arda is going to likely get to 4 points. 5 away, 3 away. And he does. 6-3 in favor of Nick. So Nick is 3 away. Arda is 5 away. This was a great Club World Championship that was organized by the World Backgammon Federation at the Chicago Open. Very unique tournament where you have teams of 3 play against each other. Arda rolls a 3-1, makes his 5-point best opening roll. Now 5-1, Nick splits. 6-1, makes his bar point. Leaves a direct 6 shot. Nick doesn't get that, but he can play 13-9 and advance 23-22, or make the 23-point anchor. Does advance, only 9 checkers in the zone. Double 2, good roll. 2, and then maybe hit by shifting 5-3. That'll give a 3-point board, which is strong, especially against Nick's awkward stacks. Good play in the early game. Double 4, dances. Now, that's why he doubled. Nick has an awkward structure, not a lot of counterplay, another blot to shoot at. He passes. So Arda gets the 5, 4-away, 3-away, 4-away. One of the sensitive scores that Nick discusses in his book. He opens with a 6-1 and Arda with a 4-2. He has a whole section on 4-away, 4-away, and 3-away, 3-away in his book. 3-2 for Arda. He splits and brings one down. 5-3. He can make his 3-point. Doesn't really want to escape one of his back checkers being outboarded. And Arda rolls a double 5. Great shot. Points on head, makes a 4-point board. If Nick dances, there. Now, Nick talks about one-way gammonish positions at 4-away, 3-away. You can double more aggressively at 4-away, 3-away than at 3-away, 2-away in one-way gammonish positions. That means when one player wins more gammons than the other player. And that's the case here with one on the bar against the 4-point board. Dances again. He's touching the scoreboard. Sometimes that tells the opponent, be careful. 3-2, he plays 13-8. 6-1, Nick dances again. 5-3. And he gets to the midpoint with one of his back checkers. 6-4. Arda's trying to, he's going to hit, or is he going to make his 5-point? He's trying to get to 2-away, 3-away. Double 5, great roll by Nick. Comes in with both checkers. And now, I don't know, he'll lose a lot of contact if he comes all the way to the 15-point. Can make his 2-point, make his 1-point. I don't love making the 1-point like that, although it does unstack the 6-point. $139 to $106. Actually, it'll be $129 after the play. Nick's going to be down 23 pips. Maybe that's what he's doing, counting the race. One thing people ask about counting the race, you look at these. This is another 6, so that would give 5 checkers on the 6-point, which would be 30 pips. Is another 30 pips. That's another 40 pips for 100, and that's 40 or 39. So 139, but he played 2, it's 129. 2-1. 5-1. Plays 13 to 7. 4-2. I think Arda is well ahead in the race. He's going to want to make a run for it, but no, he clears his 8-point. I think I would have run the back checker. Now Nick rolls a double 6, comes out and makes his 2-point probably. Maintains a little bit of contact. He comes to his 8-point. Now he just runs. Nick's looking to hit with a 3. He does. Good roll. 6-3. Now Arda can hit back with double 5s or 6-4. Double 5. He does. Great roll. He's been rolling a lot of nice double 5s. comes in and probably make his 8-point. Six one. Now, does he have a double? $80. It's up over 20 pips. I think he may have had a double there. 5-4. Great roll for Nick. Arda's smiling. He says, I should have doubled him out. 5-2. Comes in with a 2 and hits back with a 5. Good roll. 6-5. Great roll for Nick. Comes in and out. He doesn't want to hit loose. Now Arda 5-4. He's blocked. But he slots his 5-point, comes in with the other checker. Double 5. He's going to hit and point on head. And he'll play at least 8-3 and probably 13-9. That'll give him only 5-4 to hit. But it'll give him more options to make his inner board points. He looks like he's reaching for both. Double 3. Now. Oh, immediate take. 5-3. Comes to a 6-point. 5-3 for Arda. Comes in. Makes his 5-point. 6-1. I think he'll want to break his 7-point. Get 2 crossovers. Now, if Arda can roll big, he's back in it. 6-2. Not bad. Especially with those gaps. 5-3 brings in 2 checkers. 2-1, not a good roll. Could have played 6-5. Double 1 takes off 3 checkers, and with the 4th one, you always want to take checkers off the ace point with ones. Double 2 comes in with 2 and bears off 2 checkers. Now it's a race. Nick's not rolling good with that 2-1. 6-1 for Arda. Bears off 2 checkers. 6-3, 2 checkers off for Nick. 3-1 bears off 2 checkers. 41 pips for black. And 2-1. Not good. 32. 5-1. Double 1. And 6-5. Arda is down 7 pips. Double 5, great roll for Arda. He's been rolling some double 5s this match. Bears off 2 checkers. 6-1. Bears 1 off. Now it's a pass. Redouble. So Arda did catch up in the race. Now he goes up 7-6. 2 away, 3 away. Sensitive score. They're talking about some of those positions. What you really want to think about at these scores, the sensitive scores or any sort of score, whether it's lopsided or not, is when you double to 2, what does the opponent have the option of doing later by redoubling to 4? Will your opponent be able to make use of his gammons for 8 points? Or is he only going to be able to use 7 of them, for example, in a 7-point match? And if he redoubles you back, what score do you have? Are you going to be able to use the cube? This all has to do with value of cube ownership or recube vigorish. Both players start with an opening 6-5. Double 6 for Nick. Brings down 3. Probably bring down a fourth one too. No need to come out. When you split with an opening 6, you do that to possibly make that anchor, but with one checker back, you cannot make an anchor. All that can happen is you get hit. Okay, so he comes out. Arda's going to want to hit with the 6 and unstack his heavy midpoint. Does not have that chance. 3-2. I think Arda should have stayed back because he's down big in the race. Nick does double, and now this is a dead cube. So Arda has no value of cube ownership. He cannot redouble. That's important in a money game. Anytime you accept a cube, you always have the option of being able to redouble later. Now he does not. That takes away a lot. 6-1 comes in, hits. Now a doubled gammon wins Nick the match. Comes in with a 6-3, leaves a 4-shot and a 3-shot. Doesn't get it. He rolls a 6-5, brings 2 checkers down. Using the beautiful finger dish checkers by FM Gammon. 6-2 comes down and makes his 4-point. I have a lot of these checkers myself. Really like them. 6-1 will become down 13-7 and slot his 5-point. 6-5. He can point on head. That wins more gammons. Trying to keep black on the bar. 2-1. He comes in with the 2, and he's advancing. Going to try to escape, see daylight. Nick's going to want to try to attack, but he can make his 5-point with a 5-1. Still in a commanding position. He's well up in the race. 94 pips for yellow. Well up in the race. Now he's going to want to just race home. 6-5, 6-1. He's going to come in perfectly. 6-3. Fills that gap and plays 8-5. 4-1 for Arda. Brings 1 checker in. Trying to get an efficient bear-off structure or a bear-in structure where you have the most checkers on your 6-point, then the 5, then the 4. You can learn about that in Backgammon Boot Camp by Walter Trice. So he's trying to make a right triangle like that. Arda is 5 and 3, trying to distribute his spares. 3-2. See, that's where he could have come in with a 7-4 and 8-6. No big deal. Comes in with 1, bears off 3 checkers. Arda's going to need to roll big to get back in it. He gets 2 crossovers. He's building that nice, good bear-in structure. 5-4, takes 2 checkers off. 5-3. Might want to just bring in 2 crossovers or 1 crossover. Okay. 6-2 bears off 2 checkers. Double 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to win this with big doubles. 5-2. 3-1 bears off 2 checkers. 3-2, not a good roll. Bears off with the 2 and plays 6-3 probably. That way, if he misses with a 2, at least he can play 4-2, filling in the gap. Double 5, great roll. Another double 5. He's been hot with those double 5s this match. Trying to win this one. 4-2, bears off a checker, and he'll play 4-2. Double 1. A double, but not a good one. He bears off 1 checker. 4 off. 6-3 bears off 2 checkers. Double 4. Bears off 3 checkers, but now he'll only need double 6. Nick bears off 2 checkers. Shaking his dice, smiling. And he does roll a double six to win the match. He raises his fist. Congratulations to Arda. What a great win for him. So that's the end of the match. Looks like he won his match. Keen Marin is ahead 8-4, and Bernard Meyer is ahead 6-3. So thank you for joining. What I'll do is an analysis of some of the positions in another video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and please do put comments in the comments section. I'd like to hear what you thought about it, what other videos you'd like to see, what I can improve, and I hope to see you in the next video.